Time is life. If you waste your time, you waste your life. If you master your time, you master your life. What is time? Time is what we don't have much of when we're running for a plane. It's what we frantically try to save so we can waste it. It's being born and dying. We measure time in hours, days, months, and years. We live in a world of clocks.
Good morning. The time is 6:15 a.m.
Clock tells us when to get up, when to go to work, when to stop work, when to eat, when to go to bed. We tell time by cuckoos, by calendars, by candles, by celebrating in funny hats. We remember time with albums, with old ticket stubs, with antiques, with college colors, with classic cars, with ceremonies. Some people kill time, some call time, some serve time, some beat time, some try to turn back time. And all too often in this frantic world we live in, time is something we never have enough of. Well, it's something we must escape from time to time. Escape and think about in whatever quiet limbo we can find in our busy worlds. Because most of all, time is life. It's irreversible and irreplaceable. To waste your time is to waste your life. There's no such thing as a lack of time. However we spend it, it goes on at the same pace. We each have 168 hours to live per week. No more, no less. The difference between us, whether we control our life or it controls us, whether we control our job or it controls us. The differences lie in the effective use of those 168 hours, week in, week out. And just as our lives have time limits, so does this film. We've got 26 minutes left to browse through this book together. Why? To get you to buy a few simple but powerful ideas that'll help you get control of your time and your life. The author of this book and our ideas, Alan Lakin, an internationally recognized specialist in time management. Lakin, a Harvard MBA, is no time and motion man. He writes about effective use of time, not efficient use of time. As a consultant and teacher, he's worked with worldwide clients such as AT&T, IBM, Xerox, and governments at all levels. And now, as we browse through his book together, Lakin is going to work with you. And who should be more concerned with the time of your life than you?
Of course I'm concerned about the time in my life, but I can't do anything about it. My boss, my staff, my family, they control my time. I don't.
There's a new crisis every 10 minutes. I can't possibly control my time.
I'm always a day behind. There's just too much to do and not enough time to do it in.
Okay, I'll do it. If I could just do this, you'd better believe my time problems would be solved.
I plan my day right down to the last minute. Then someone keeps me waiting a half an hour.
Who's got time to think about time? I've got too much to think about already.
I really want to be an artist. That's how I want to spend my time. But after 8 hours of this, who can paint?
I'm 46 years old. What the devil's happened to my life? I spend it shaving, commuting, going to meetings, working overtime. Then I start all over again.
There's no doubt about it. Life is full of time robbers. And life is full of time conflicts. Your business gets in the way of your pleasure. Your manager has one idea of how you should spend your time, and you have another. What we're going to attempt to do is pull a few good ideas out of this book that will help you resolve these conflicts, help you start thinking about the time of your life. Not just in minutes and hours, but in what you want out of life, what you want out of your job. Idea number 1. List your goals and set priorities. Now, you all know the value of this, and you've all probably done it, but when? Last month? Last year? You change. Your world changes. Your goals change. You need to do this constantly to be sure you're spending your time on things that are important to you. So tonight, or right after you see this film, start by answering these 2 questions. What are my long-term goals? What are my goals for the next 6 months? Now, we suggest you answer these questions twice. Make a lifetime goal list. What do I really want out of life? And then make a work goals list. What do I really want out of my job? In this film, we'll be talking mostly about your time problems as they relate to your work. But the ideas that solve job time problems also solve your problems away from work. When you make your list, let your imagination run rampant. Stay loose, write fast, be intuitive. Go for quantity, not quality. Now, your lists are written on paper, remember, not carved in marble. And you're not stuck with doing what you write down. You decide what you do and what you don't do. The next step is as simple as ABC. You have to pick the priorities. Here's where the quality comes in. A is for items of high value to you. Sell 50% of prospects. Now, that's got to be an A. Go 20% over sales quota. Another A. B is for items of medium value. How about improve relations with the boss? That's got to be a strong B. C is for items of low value. Now, I don't think they're going to give you a new car, do you? All right, so let's call that a C. Now what you got to do is select the very best A. You're going to call it A1. Go 20% over sales quota. And then you find your A2 and so on. Now, once you've done that, you've got to make another list because you can't do a goal. So for your A1, go 20% over sales quota or whatever your goal is. List the activities that'll help you achieve that goal. And whenever you make a list of either activities or goals, set priorities. Make sure you pinpoint the really important elements of your job or your life. Idea number 1. List your goals, set priorities. A simple but powerful idea. If you do this regularly, you've taken a giant step toward getting control of your time. You're now ready to run your job and your life instead of letting them run you. You've got a plan, but a plan, like any tool, is valuable only if it's used.